Hello guys, very good afternoon and welcome to this special episode where today we are walking from Signal Hill in St John's all the way down to Quidi Vidi. Now Quidi Vidi is a fishing lake, so we're going to get down there. Main priority for me right now is food because I'm absolutely starving. So they've got a brewery there that serves apparently really good fish and chips, so we're going to check it out. But yeah, let's make our way down to Quidi Vidi. Now, I don't know too much about this walk, so I hope it isn't as steep as was the walk up to Signal Hill. So, come on guys, let's head over to Quidi Vidi. This should be a really nice video. Come on guys. So, let's just admire the view one last time from the highest point here in St John's. This is Signal Hill. And today's hike, thankfully, is going to be a downward hike. A downward hike down to Quidi Vidi. We're going to go via the Ladies Lookout Trail. So, should be much easier than getting up to Signal Hill. So we've got some information coming up here of the two trails you can do. The North Head Trail and the Ladies Lookout Trail. Now, the Ladies Lookout Trail is the easier one, as the other one goes right down along the coastline. So, I mean, you've got different paths depending on your abilities, but me personally, I am going to go with the easiest one possible. Let's take a look at the landscape here as we head on our trail down to the beautiful lake at Quidi Vidi. And I know I've said this already in the video, but I am starving, so I just want to crack on, get down there. Hopefully it won't take us too long, but let's just enjoy this beautiful Canadian scenery. And something else I should mention also is the air is so clear here. It's lovely to breathe in that fresh air in Gibraltar. I know it's not the world's largest city, but it still is a city all the same, so it's always good to get out and get into the nature. But there we are, let's follow the signs for the Ladies Lookout Trail. I'm thrilled this walk is all downhill now. It's much better than going uphill. I was getting quite tired, so yeah, hopefully it won't take us too long to get to Quidi Vidi, and I'm really looking forward to this fresh local fish and chips. But yeah, what a beautiful afternoon it is, although there are a lot of bugs and insects flying about here. It is probably one of the best days of the year so far here in St John's, looking at the weather report leading up to this trip anyway. So, what a beautiful afternoon guys, but what we're going to do is make our way very gently down these rocks. Just don't want to drop the camera and I don't want to hurt myself. And let's make our way down to Quidi Vidi. Come on guys. So let's take a look at this rough, rugged and beautiful coastline. Now, unfortunately the people in front of me did actually see humpback whales out in the bay here, but unfortunately I wasn't able to spot them, nor was I able to film them. We're actually coming up to the bald eagle nesting sites. Now, it's just a month or two outside the bald eagle nesting season, so I'm not sure if we're going to be lucky, but we can see some information here about the bald eagle and their nest areas. And something I found pretty interesting is they actually mate for life. Quite a lot of birds do mate for life, but I wasn't aware it was the case for bald eagles. But as I said in a previous video, the only bald eagle we see on this trip is at the airport as we are landing into St John's. But yeah, let's just scan the tree lines. Absolutely stunning, the landscape here in St John's. But let's carry on with our hike. We can see the trail is very well signposted. Again, we have more information and maps as to where we are, and there were a lot of tourists doing this walk as well. Hopefully we are getting closer now to Quidi Vidi, and I am absolutely starving. The time must be about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. Yeah, definitely need some food guys, but yeah, beautiful walk down. I'm happy we're not walking uphill at all on this path, although if you are walking up this to go up Signal Hill, then yeah, just be careful because it is quite rocky, but hopefully we should come to Quidi Vidi in just a second. So let's press on, guys. I just want to eat. I can't stop saying it. I'm starving. Come on. So I pick up the pace with fish and chips in sight, and we make our way down towards the village. And it's a lovely path here. Everything is well paved, well signposted. So don't be worried if you're thinking about doing this trip and you're going to end up in the sea or off the cliff. It really, really is a safe and well signposted walk, and something that I recommend to everyone coming to St John's. You have to do the walk up to Signal Hill, then down to Quidi Vidi. We stumble across this wonderful little free library here, and I think Canada's full of lovely quirks like this, so absolutely fantastic to see there. What we'll do is we'll make our way further into the village, and I think we can see some life ahead of us. So Quidi Vidi here is really, really popular in the summertime. Now we're just about a month out of the tourist season, but when we are in the tourist season here, all these burger vans and little pop-up bars open. There really is quite a hub here in the centre of the village. But let's take a scan and let's look at Quidi Vidi Lake for the first time. Now, coming to St John's, I read a lot about this place and did a lot of research with other people's YouTube videos, but it's actually quite surreal to be here in person. It's absolutely stunning, and we can see the brewery there just in the background. We're going to head over that way in a sec, but just want to get a better close-up shot of the lake and the shacks and people's houses. And yeah, this lake is very, very famous for cod fishing as well. There's a large population of cod around Newfoundland. So yeah, lovely to see. Look at them wonderful houses. Can you imagine the life of the people that live there? Very peaceful, very carefree. But let's make our way towards the brewery. We come across the statue of the cod skeleton here, and we can see the brewery in the distance there as we make our way around. We've got the tap room, and there is no queue today. We're straight up and straight in. Normally there is a queue to get a table at the Quidi Vidi brewery, but it wasn't the case for us as we enjoy the beautiful view here from our table. I couldn't think of a better place right now to have lunch. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to show you the menu just to show you what craft beers they have on offer. And I'm going for the Iron Cherry Sour. I do like a cherry beer, and it was very, very similar to one that you would get in Brussels. And talk about Brussels, we ordered mussels to start, and these were absolutely delicious. They were the largest mussels I have ever eaten. And here comes the long-awaited fish and chips. Now, it's not the same as the fish and chips you get back in the UK, but nevertheless, it was absolutely delicious. So we have a couple of more of them Iron Cherry Sours as we start to see the sun set here. Wow, guys, what a fantastic lunch slash dinner. Got the mussels and got the cod, and I've got to say that was one of the best meals I've had in a long time. Absolutely fantastic. Those mussels were so large, and yeah, just everything so perfect. So if you're down here in Quidi Vidi, definitely check out the brewery behind me. Now what we're going to do for the rest of the video is the sun is now starting to go down, so we're going to make our way along Quidi Vidi Lake, and we're going to watch the sunset. Well, I don't think we're about for the actual sunset, but we'll see the sun going down over the lake. As well as that, we'll take a little look in the village. So come on, guys, let's explore some more. So we can see the hazy sun up there being obscured by the smoke from the wildfires in Western Canada. So we're not actually getting a full blue clear sky. But nevertheless, it is absolutely stunning here as the sun begins to go down. So just as we finished that last piece to camera there, we were very lucky to bump into some local youngsters having a few beers by the lake, so they very kindly invited me, and it was nice to talk to them about their lives here. So I spent a little bit more time than I should have chatting with them, so we are running late, and it looks like we will now see the sunset over Quidi Vidi Lake. There's lots of people out and about at the moment taking in this beautiful sunset which is just in front of me. So yeah, let's go and take a closer look, guys. So here we are, guys, as we proceed on the Cuckhole Cove Trail path. Now there are a lot of quirky names for a lot of villages and places in this part of Canada, so don't be surprised if you see a couple and think, what the hell does that mean? But something really shocking that I saw is when I looked up along the lake, I could see I was being followed by this cloud of mosquitoes. So yeah, something very interesting to see. We can see people enjoying Quidi Vidi Lake here, a lot of rowing taking place, a lot of people fishing along the lake. Now you do get a lot of salmon and trout in the fresh water here in St John's, so some really good and tasty freshwater fish. But as we pan around, we're going to make our way along the lake, because hopefully when we get to the end of the lake, that will take us closer towards town. But let's make our way along this path and just look at that stunning countryside. It's brilliant to see such natural places only a 15-minute drive away from the downtown area, so you really do not have to go far in St John's to breathe that fresh air. One thing that has surprised me about St John's and this area is the amount of mosquitoes. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Just as I'm talking to you now, holding the camera, there's about 12 of them just sitting on my hand. So yeah, I've only ever experienced this though, being in this specific region here, this specific lake, Quidi Vidi Lake, here just before the sun sets behind me. What a gorgeous day, what a beautiful place this is, and I absolutely think I made the right decision in booking a little random getaway trip here. Look, there's even a mosquito on the camera lens. But come on guys, let's leave the mosquitoes behind and let's explore the lake some more. Now I'm not sure if anyone can tell, but at this point I have had to stop filming with my normal camera as the battery has run out, and now we change to the phone, the good old mobile phone, the good old Samsung Galaxy, and let's see if anyone can tell the difference in picture quality. I mean, both devices are very, very good for filming. So let's make our way along the path here. Now, one thing I didn't realise is how huge this lake is. And this lake, just to get around it or just to get from the village back into the town, is going to take us well over an hour. So quite a long day. I am feeling it in my legs. I am feeling very, very tired as well. I was going to go out this afternoon or this evening. I was hoping to be back before sunset and hopefully take in a bit of the nightlife in St John's, but to be honest with you all, I am so tired. I think after we filmed this last episode, I'll be heading straight back to the apartment for an early night. And one thing I've got to remember is that I did travel yesterday, so we had that very large travel day that actually expanded over 2 days, even though the flight is very short to get to St John's, so maybe a little bit of jet lag in there as well. But let's just round the video off by taking some beautiful shots here of this magnificent little ravine and waterfall. And Canada is just full of these little natural springs and rivers and streams just popping up everywhere. And we can see the lads there doing a bit of rowing. Everyone having a stare as well, wondering what I'm doing. And on this lake as well is St John's Penitentiary. So I only stumbled across this by chance, but once I googled it, it was His Majesty's Penitentiary. So yeah, I mean, 4 locations of a nick. I guess it's in quite a nice little spot, although yeah, I'm sure you still wouldn't want to end up there. So just behave yourselves if you're coming to St John's. But let's take one last look at this beautiful lake as the sun sets on us on what has been an absolutely magnificent day. Well guys, I guess that's it from me here at Quidi Vidi Lake. I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys, and what a fantastic place it has been to explore. Such beautiful nature and surroundings, as I'm sure I've said 100 times on these videos. What a beautiful country Canada is. I'm absolutely blown away by its beauty. But once again, guys, thank you for watching as always, and I shall see you all on the next adventure.